LeBron James is one of the best basketball players in history. But how did he make it big? LeBron James was born in Akron, Ohio on December 30th in 1984 to his 16-year-old mom, Gloria James. His dad, who had a criminal record, was not really involved in his life. As he was growing up, James' life was hard without a dad. Constantly, he was moving from apartment to apartment in the bad neighborhoods of Akron. His mom was always struggling to find long-term consistent work. First thing we can learn from LeBron's story is that LeBron had an extremely rough childhood, but he used that as motivation right off the bat. Most people would have an excuse as to why they could not be successful. Not LeBron, because in an interview he admitted that he used his childhood every day as motivation.
Look, I tend to make excuses for myself sometimes too. It gets the best of us. But instead of making excuses, let's use those things that might be holding us back in our head and use that to propel us even farther forward.
This gave LeBron a great sense of what it was like to work with a family, aka a team, and it exposed him to a whole new world completely different than the world he was looking at before. The family acted as a great environment for LeBron to grow up disciplined, which would help him in the future. Now, LeBron went to St. Vincent St. Mary High School, where he started to show some of his awesome basketball talent. He won 3 state championships, and he became nationally recognized for how great of a player he was. His team was being shown on national television from it. After losing junior year in the state finals, he tried to get the NBA draft rules changed just so he could enter, but wasn't allowed. At the end of his senior year, and after they won that 3rd state championship, he decided to enter the draft, the NBA draft, not like the military draft. He was drafted by his hometown team, the Cavaliers. Starting out, LeBron had some quick successes. He was Rookie of the Year his first year. This was also the only year he would not be considered an All-Star. And then his second year, he got voted to start on the All-Star team. In this 3rd year, he took the Cavs to the playoffs, but they ended up losing in the 2nd round. The year after, he ended up taking them to the NBA Finals.
And said, find out what's wrong in the defeat, what caused us to fail, and then use that. This way you and I can both get closer to success every single time.
With all of this, James kept improving. Now, in 2010, after 7 years with the Cleveland Cavaliers, his home team, who he wanted so badly to give a championship to because they never won, LeBron started realizing something. He couldn't do this alone. He wanted to chase Michael Jordan as the best basketball player of all time, but he needed a championship to do that. So, in one of his most controversial and hated decisions, he decided to sign up with the Miami Heat, joining Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So many people hated him for this decision. People looked at him and thought he completely betrayed Cleveland and completely betrayed the Cavs. That next year, he made it to the NBA Finals on the Heat, but only to be defeated again. That loss really humbled LeBron. He decided he needed to up his game to get that championship he wanted. So in the offseason, he started working with Hakeem Olajuwon. Again, James realized that he needed to improve even as an MVP. You know how hard that is to do? As the best player in the league to say, I'm not good enough, and just keep pushing? That's what's awesome about LeBron and his secret to success. The next 2 years, LeBron and the Heat won back-to-back championships. At the end of his 3rd year, after losing to the Spurs in the finals, he decided to take it back to the Cavaliers to bring a championship home to them. They ended up winning the championship against the Golden State Warriors after being behind 3-1 in the finals in an amazing comeback to bring the Cavaliers to their first ever NBA championship in history. LeBron has struggled with some injuries and since moved on to the Los Angeles Lakers, where he hopes to continue to chase after Michael Jordan's championship count. LeBron has 3.
Well, LeBron's secret to success and how he made it big was based off of how he was able to humble himself and keep learning even when he was called the MVP of the league. The best player in all of basketball had to go learn more. I don't doubt after all of his injuries that LeBron will come back even stronger and get back for even maybe 1, 2, or 3 more championships.
If you want to hear more success stories from successful people, subscribe here.